I had actually
Check, check. Are we live? Are we good? Are we on Twitch and YouTube now? Hopefully. This is so many windows now. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Hopefully it is all working. Hey, okay, I think we are. Okay. I have so many windows up right now so I can see everything. I know, it's been forever since I've been on Twitch. I think it's been at least 3 years. I've been streaming on YouTube, and so now we're trying to do multi-stream. YouTube is good, thank you. Yeah! So, we'll see how it goes because Twitch pretty much is instantaneously. I'll see your responses and y'all can respond to things. Where YouTube is still gonna be like a minute behind. So that might be a little annoying. I think I got the bot set up on Twitch correctly. He seems to be responding to things, but if anything, I tried updating everything, so on Twitch, if anything is like not correct anymore, let me know, please. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think both platforms are good. Yes. But, yeah, if you notice, new camera. We'll see how it works. It sometimes becomes stupid and then will just randomly go up, and not track. So, if that happens, let me know, because I might not be paying attention. I've also got this set up for sculpting today, so that's exciting, yay! But right now, the main goal for the stream, which I was gonna stream on Instagram and TikTok on my phones, but I think I just want to get used to having both of these on today rather than trying to mess with my phones. Right now I am still using my same streaming platform of Streamlabs OBS, and one of the biggest issues for getting the new camera was because I normally had Logitech cameras and they were all the same, all three of them, but with the new update it no longer recognizes that there's 3 cameras and it just knows one camera. Because they're all named the same and you can't name it differently, and it's a whole nightmare. So I finally upgraded because all those cameras are like 10 years old. At least this one. I have not upgraded my other ones. So yeah. Oh, also I have blue hair for people on Twitch that have not seen me in years, obviously. Yeah. And we have new critters. So those are new updates, if you don't follow me on my other socials. Yuki can win. Yuki's on the chair right now, so she's. Let me see if it'll track down. Track down. Haha. Let's see. Wait, if I go this way. There we go for YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. I believe we are in vertical today on YouTube. So doing the free version of Streamlabs OBS. For doing multi-stream, you can only have one horizontal and one vertical. So that's what we're doing today. I wanted to test this out before I upgrade to their Ultra, and then I can multi-stream on Instagram and on TikTok as well, and then YouTube will have the option, I believe, of vertical and horizontal. So that's the goal, but I wanted to figure this out first before I spend money on the bigger multi-streaming thing to make sure this is actually the direction I want to go and is working correctly. I will say chat-wise, so I don't know right now because it's free. I can only see one chat at a time, so I actually had to do pop-out windows, so I have both of my two chats next to each other, so I'm gonna be, we know I'm dyslexic, and I can't read to save my life at all. So, I will try to go back and forth. So yeah, and I'll try to catch up on all of that. But bear with me, please. As we know, I'm special with that. So, but yeah, the plan would be future. We're gonna be multi-streaming for now on all platforms. Yeah. So exciting! I keep looking at this one. I need to rotate this monitor so I can see. Yes. Wow. Yeah, no, I have the StreamBot chat thing, but because it's the free version, it only lets me see one chat at a time. So yeah. Otherwise, I'd be happy to have it all in one, but it's a learning. I've been trying to set this up for like all this week. So, but yeah, put it in Discord for tips and stuff, because I'm not gonna remember any of this. Yeah, let me stir this real quick. Boop, 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 boop. You'll see what we're doing in just a second. We are back to making cosplays on Twitch, which is exciting. I don't know if we'll be doing gaming streams here, just because since Twitch, last time I streamed on Twitch, I was in a different state. So I'm no longer in Texas, I'm in Nebraska, and now my studio is a separate area from my gaming PC, which is in a different room, and I don't know about connecting everything right now. So yeah, but then we might also potentially be stationed somewhere else because of Air Force. So we'll see. But we are officially I'm officially going to show y'all what I've been working on, which is the new cosplay. I am making Sarah Kerrigan from Starcraft. So yay, exciting. Let me make room. I don't like the auto color thing, but we'll see how that changes. It's a weird thing. So yeah. How can I show this better? Without getting flagged. Hopefully. So the goal with this cosplay is to 100% sculpt everything using monster clay. So first, this 3D printed form. If you haven't checked out my latest YouTube video, I ended up scanning myself and using that 3D model, fixing it, whatever, and then printing a life-size version which has detachable arms and legs and head and things. And it's been working great. I love it. So I'm using that as the base for sculpting all of my parts onto it. Sorry, I've got a bunch of stuff. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. I'm just trying to get like my base shapes done right now, and then I'm going in and doing details. That, and then also the shoe that I'm slowly working on. It's very awkward. So yeah. But trying to get forms is working okay. Yeah. So, but I'll be doing a lot more details with these parts today. Working around, I've got some of the base shapes, but more details. I'm only doing half of the body, as the plan is to scan it with my scanner again, so that way I can end up doing a 3D casting mold. So basically I'll make like a shell, and that shell I'll make this part where it subtracts from the inside, so that way I can end up using it as a silicone mold to do a full body suit. At least that is the goal. So yeah. And this is just a fun build for me. Not sponsored, not doing it for any specific event or anything. Just something that I wanted to make. I try to do one build a year that is just for fun for me and not a community build. So, that is the plan. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me get everything situated. Take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. I forget that the camera follows me. It is really weird. If it's too much, let me know. Yuki needs her 8K motion tracking. No! You're funny. You know, surprisingly, I had a lot of people say, in the comments of the video for the 3D printed figure of me, or life-size form, they're like, we can have action figures of your cosplays now! Which I found really funny. So, okay. I'm going to adjust this, maybe, and hopefully not get flagged. Waja! It tracks the mask on the wall at times. It hasn't done that yet. I haven't tried having it over there yet. Put my jacket over there for now. Yeah. But happy to see everybody. I guess technically Happy New Year's because I haven't streamed. I haven't streamed since this new year, since I took January off. So, but yeah, this is gonna be awkward with the camera. I have, let's see, go down. Right here is the pot. Oh, it's not gonna show it all the way. This is where the monster clay is. I have it in a hot pot or a crock pot, and that's what's heating it up. So it's been heating for about an hour and a half now. And then it's a very cool material. It's the first time I've used monster clay before, and I've really liked it. Sculpting looks good? Yeah. Yeah. No, pretty girl. Okay. Oh, too many things at once. Blah. Okay, let's start. It's gonna be weird because y'all don't actually see like what my hands are doing, so I don't know how I feel about that with the camera. I might need to have it where it like focuses more where my head's not in the center, it's more towards the top, so you can see the stuff. Yeah, it's very nice to work with. It's like working with candles and wax, where it's very liquidy and it will form around your hands, and then when it cools, it kind of not hardens, but it becomes more stiff, I guess. And your heat is what makes it activate. This one's specifically the medium monster clay that I'm using. So, but yeah. Answering from YouTube. I had a good trip. In January, I ended up doing a skiing trip that I did not ski because I don't ski. But it was a lot of fun. It was me and 3 of the boys. We went to Colorado and had an Airbnb and had a hot tub. Really great view. Loved it. So much fun. Only thing I wish was the hot tub It's the most chlorine-filled hot tub I have ever been in, which is good, but also kind of, it was really bad on the skin. Like, even after you took a shower from being in the hot tub, you still reeked of chlorine. It was awful. So, how is that showing? Let's see. That a little better? Kinda. It's a little dark. I'll have to look into that on a future stream, I think. But yeah, lots and lots of good food. We did some sushi places. I got to see all the skiers. It was the first time actually seeing real skiing. And it's definitely a different life there. So crazy. First time you used monster clay, you heated it in a toaster oven. That wasn't, but yeah. I tried first heating it up in just a normal oven. I did not like that. It's something where monster clay really needs a constant, at least what I've found so far with working with it, is you need a constant heat with it. And so I have it on low, and then once it finally heats up to what I want, I'll put it to warm. But it is getting to the point where, so this is already the second container of monster clay, because I figured instead of working in sections, I kind of wanted to just do the base sculpt of the entire piece first, and then do the detailing. So I'm kind of still trying to get like baselines and things, but in order to do that you need a lot of it. So yee. What did you use it for though, Real? And we're using, if you remember the unboxing of Green Stuff World, I'm using some of their tools we got, and these are the rubber tip ones. So, or silicone shaper is technically what it is called. So, it's been fun working with. Oh gosh, what is that? It's a. Thank you for using your Prime sub here. I did not know the notifications were on for that right now, so thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's one thing I need to update, is YouTube still has all of our notification things how it was beforehand, with all of the imagings and saying write it down, which that should have said write it down, but it didn't. But I need to update all of them, so yeah. So kind of just making this feel more organic right now. And I've pretty much for this entire build have been doing nothing but like coils with the clay, and then making it more, pushing it into the spots that I want, and not having it perfectly smooth, as the whole thing is kind of, I'm considering it a giant meat suit. So yeah. Might have been a dagger, I don't actually remember. Oh. How'd you did, let me think, you did, Hummat, didn't you? You took your, Christmas Vader too, Real? Oh, Caspian's gonna try it already. I forgot I had those things on too! Okay, you're now listening to 101.tiff, the sound of Tiff being lost in a world of trying to get back into Twitch and not understanding and going la 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 la. Okay, there you go. That's all I got today. I do feel annoyed with this right here though. So I think I'm gonna push it back some. And then I'm gonna lighten it. Because it definitely seems extra dark. This is the Logitech camera. Configure. So many pop-ups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pop-ups right now? Too many. Too many. Maybe a little better. Let's see. Let's try. That good or too bright? You can at least kind of see it more. The 1 o'clock one? Oh, okay. So that's a note that I need to do. Is I haven't looked at any of those. Personally, I feel this one looks better. But if you like the other one, let me know, and I'll switch back to a little bit darker. Does show the okay. Yeah, that's how I was feeling. Hall mat was good. Love the Christmas. Nice. Oh yeah, I think you put pictures in Discord. It's been forever now, so I'm a little more lost. As always. Yeah, in terms of things that have been happening, pretty much have been updating a lot of stuff in the background. I did get a new kind of corporate email that I've been trying to roll out just because my Hotmail one had been put into so many junk mail folders and like responding to companies. They weren't getting my my email because it kept getting flagged as junk. So I figured it was about time to do that, look a little more professional. Been working on the streaming stuff, trying to get that all set up and fixing a lot of things. Still not done. And then all the 3D printing of my full body and fixing all the meshes and things. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Back to work? Good! Yeah, I'm glad. I know you mentioned about that earlier. Write it down, write it down! That notification worked. Real, thank you for the remember on YouTube for 47 months. Yeah! But yeah, glad to hear about that for you, Caspian. Health-wise for me, I've already had 2 big appointments this year, and I have a bunch more coming up. We gotta do a bunch more testing on things non-related to endometriosis this time. For the Twitch audience, if you don't know, I ended up having surgery a year and a half ago, on my right ovary because I ended up having a cyst. So now I have stage 4 endometriosis, which is the most severe you can get of that, and has caused lots and lots of pain and a lot of issues. So they were following up. I had that appointment on Wednesday, I believe. They were following up with doing more tests to make sure nothing is coming back. And then I have other tests for other things that I don't want to say yet, unless it's officially announced, because it would be really, really severe and bad. So we're hoping for not those. So yeah, but you know me, health is always bad, and I just put a smile on and work. So, and play with the cats. Yeah. Okay. Hydrate, I will hydrate. I'm surprised those just don't make a sound. Oh, cheers, I forget, it follows me. If you're gonna be the number one of something, don't be the top of it for medical. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, pretty girl. Yuki's so happy. You can set them to make sounds? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I might want to do that. Because I only notice it if I look up. Yeah. People using their stuff. I know Ruru's been around for a long time, so that's the thing. Post 30, you always get a new medical condition. Yes, yes. Pretty much every year since 30, I've been getting worse. But I don't know if it's necessarily getting worse or if it's just they're finding it. So yeah. You can oh, that would be cool. Can you put a note about that, Caspian, in Discord for me? I like that. Oh, did I cut myself? The one thing I don't know, so with the plan on streaming on multiple platforms, like Instagram and TikTok as well, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the... Obviously, I want to say thank you to members, remembers, subs, and resubs on Twitch and YouTube or whatever. But I don't know if I'll continue with it being in the floaty thingy or not. I haven't decided yet. Just because if we add the other platforms, technically those also have the subscription, no ad, whatever. And then am I then having to classify which platform is it on, which thing, and I don't know if it's going to be too much or not. So I haven't decided yet. Or if it'll, like, interrupt the stream too much. But I'll let y'all decide if you want to continue that or not, since that's more of a perk for y'all. Me do mod work? No! Nonsense! Nonsense! Blasphemy. I do, so these are more hollow, or like shallow, sorry. But I do like over here where I made these a lot stick up higher, and they look like more cavities, so I think I want to mimic that a little bit more. Not on everyone, but try to kind of add it a little more. I'll probably go back and add some more kind of bumps to make them look a little more organic, I guess. Oh, Honeyfro! I found a new anime, which I'm sure you've watched, but it's like, you're gonna correct me because I know you know it. It's Alea Says Her True Feelings in Russian, or something like that. It's pretty good. I want to make this part higher. It's on Crunchyroll. You watched that one? Yeah. I don't know if it's a new one or not. I was just recommended it. Very good. Yeah. I watched a lot of anime actually over my January break, but I don't remember all of them. I'm excited though, the Olympics are starting. I actually do like the Winter Olympics, specifically the figure skating and figure dancing, I guess that's what it's called. So I'll have to see how I can watch it. I saw Hulu, you can watch it there, but you have to pay like an extra $80 a month, which obviously I'm not gonna do. But then I was saying something about how HBO Max, I think, had some of it, so I have to look on there. I don't know what is technically included. We ended up getting a HBO Max again because on the ski trip, one of the guys that we were with, he had never watched The Righteous Gemstones, which technically we're not gonna break my rule on the no religion thing. That show is very much religion, but it's a good show. And if you watched it, you understand what I mean. So yeah, but had it so he could watch, and we binged the whole first season on the trip, and it was really good to rewatch it and just to watch him giggle so much the entire time just made it worth it. Watching the opening ceremonies on Peacock? Okay. I don't think I have Peacock right now, but I'll have to check. I don't remember. I think I did HBO right now. I know for sure I have HBO. I typically switch between Paramount, Peacock, and Paramount. So like every other month. Just because half the time they don't have what I want. Or I've binged everything. But I'll have to check that out. Or see if on YouTube there's like a channel, a recap channel or something. I haven't heard about that one, Caspian. For the YouTube people, the Demon Lord's daughter is too kind. I forget that the chat is not everywhere. I'm having trouble getting into this spot. Let's see. Put it on warm. So it's getting a little too liquidy. That is a new one, season. Haven't watched it yet? Okay. I've still haven't seen the new Dexter stuff. They had it for Paramount. You had to pay extra when I was on there. So I ended up not getting it. But weren't they doing a second season about his son too? The evil demon lord has a daughter, and she's an adorable toddler that just makes friends with everything and everyone, leading him to become a big softie. That sounds cute. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms has been a good one, or been so good. What is that one about? I have yet to watch the second season of Freyrin as well, so I'm behind on that. It's like one of those where the first one I enjoyed so much, but it was like a deep thinking one for me of watching one episode and kind of just like rethinking about it, which I really enjoyed. But I've been wanting just easygoing stuff lately. Same with the games. So I haven't really been catching up on that. We're gonna make this one into a double one. Definitely gonna need to do something in here more, because I have this part where it sticks out a lot more. I don't know. Dexter's a part of Showtime. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't have Showtime. Too many streaming platforms. His son was a big part of it? Okay. Okay, so we got that. Oop. I forget that the arm is attached. So we got that part more. So we're gonna keep going towards the back part. Actually, ooh, no, I need to do some here. Forgot about this. So, one thing I figured out about the Kerrigan thing is a little frustrating because, sorry, you. So the breast area, which is really highlighted right now, technically hers are spaced out a lot farther, and she has like a gap that much in between each of them, and so it's like, does it work for me? So I have to figure out this thing, but when adding all the details, it definitely makes it where it's just kind of like all hidden, and so it's kind of weird. So I'm kind of trying to figure that out a little more, but trying to have this all where it comes in to here, and then I'm gonna have to add a bunch more here and make it feel so yeah, Tiffany words. Farron is waiting on the. Oh, okay. I don't remember if I watched it dubbed or subbed. I might have watched it both. It's in the game of Thrones universe, but takes place before everything, so you don't need to know as much. Oh, okay, you weren't talking about an anime. Okay, yes, I know that there's a new Game of Thrones one. I have not watched that yet. I also have not watched... I never did finish season 1 of Fallout, much less I did not watch season 2. I know that one I need to watch just so I'm informed of what's going on, I guess, even though I was not a huge fan of the first season. And then I never finished the last season of Stranger Things. When it comes to the last season or the last episode of something that I'm watching, I have a habit of not watching it and putting it off for sometimes years. I don't know why. I've always done that though. And I get recommending Solo Camp for 2 as anime recommendations. Upside is it's an easy cosplay down. I need to work on a sick. Have you been in our I cannot pronounce your name. Lothian, I know you've been around. Have you been also in our YouTube or is it a different name over there? I'm trying to remember. And we know I have a fishbowl brain. You did finish My Dress Up Darling, it was great. I enjoyed the first season. The second season, I think there's only 2 seasons right now. I don't think there's 3. The second season I didn't like as much. Oh my gosh. You have Caspian. So, funny thing though, I'm gonna call them Bobs so I don't get flagged on YouTube, because I know YouTube, if I say stuff too much, it gets upset. So a long time ago I did end up buying a fake Bobs. Just because I was like, oh, for some cosplays, there's some that have gigantic watermelon-sized Bobs. And, you know, what if I wanted to cosplay one of those? And obviously I don't have that. I got it, and oh, it was so hilarious because they were designed for a man to wear, which I've had my male friends try it on, and it's so hilarious. And we've done like fake OnlyFans shoots for them, like guy friends, of just pretending just because. It's so funny. But on a female, when wearing them, the problem is it doesn't sit flat to me. It sits on top, so there's just this giant like pocket, and it's so uncomfortable. It definitely is not usable for me, unfortunately. But it's a fun little thing that I might, one of my friends, he really wants to be like, wants me to make him a cosplay, and he wants to do a gender bend or whatever, and yeah, it'd be fun. He's like the typical Korean, what is the word? K-fashion guys? Like, looks exactly like that. So. Back to focusing on this. Night of the Seven Kingdoms is kind of like a prequel to Game of Thrones. Haven't watched the last season of Stranger. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I'm switching though, cause I know a lot of you probably don't watch it, but some of you may. The Bridgerton. I rewatched 100% of everything before the new season again, and it's one of those where every time it comes out with a new season, I rewatch it. That's the one problem too, is like for Stranger Things, for me to want to watch that last season, I want to start at the beginning again and watch it all over, but I don't want to spend that much time. And so that's what I do with Bridgerton every time there's a new season. So yeah, but it's so good. So, enjoying it. I always like my kind of historic Victorian, like the Tudors, Marie Antoinette, those type of shows. Let's see if I do. Maybe that? Maybe? I hope it's not having like issues with the focusing. Let me know if it is. I had just thought about that. Because it's on autofocus and I don't know if the tool is making it go in and out or not. This is definitely a testing the stream so I know what to kind of change over the weekend and try to fix, and so we can get back to streaming regularly again. For those on Twitch, I have been kind of consistently streaming on YouTube, trying at least every week. At least not in January, but beforehand. And so I'd like to get that for this channel as well, at the same time for the multi-stream. Oh, I missed a bunch on this. Sorry. Ah, okay. The Angren is angry. Mr. Angry. Yes. Okay. I was like, I know you, but I don't remember which. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Is your scanner going to be able to get those details, or? Oh, yes, it can. It's an expensive scanner that, the only reason I got it was because I already have so many projects planned with it. And so it made sense for me with sculpting and stuff. For doing the full body scan, it really was able to catch a lot of the details. When I do it though, I'll end up breaking it into parts, and I'll probably use technically the head scanner. So it has, I forget what my scanner was called, but it has different types for scanning. One is like a full body, but it still captures a lot of detail, but it has issues with moving parts. So like your hand, if you're not still and you're slightly doing that, then it becomes fuzzy. And it also wants you to move in a 360. So this, with me not moving, because it's all stationary, it should be really good. But with a head scan, you can focus on pretty much parts that are like this big, and it will get extra detailed. So that's kind of the plan. And then also, because I am scanning a lot of these parts, I do plan on getting really detailed with this, but if it's not 100%, it's going to be okay, because unlike traditional methods of, if you do a clay sculpture, typically for, at least this is my theory because I've never actually done this before. I've watched tons and tons of videos, but typically you would make the shell around it and you get a one-time go, and when the shell is removed, your clay is a lot of times unusable underneath because it comes apart in chunks and things. But with me doing the scanner, I shouldn't have any issues with that, as well as because I'm scanning it and I'm only doing parts of it, I am going to have to put it into a CAD program and fix all of the faces of the mesh, because your piece is then put into millions and millions of meshes, and I'll have to mirror it so that way one half then has the other, and then combine them, and I'll have to fix all of the faces of the mesh in between to make sure it all works. And then at that point, because I am connecting parts, I'll have to put it into another program to kind of smooth it out to make sure it's not just like zigzaggy in the middle. So if there are spots that I'm having issues with, I can still go in with my CAD program and kind of smooth certain spots. I don't know if that made sense, but that's what I'm doing, and yeah. Okay, so we got those. I'm liking this. It's definitely, I'm gonna have to kind of see about this area. This area is a little weird, but obviously the arm is gonna be here. So yeah. One thing about this, so with the design, there's only one part of her whole design that's not the same on both sides, and that's her shoulder. She has one spiky, like, shouldery thingy. So I'm gonna have to sculpt one side shoulder that's this huge form, and then I'll have to do on the other side a smooth one. So, meh. Otherwise, I just have to do one part on all the others. So, okay. What's wrong? Yuki, you're pushing me off the chair. Yeah. He's a good little girl. Let's see. Can I put the camera down on her? He's down. Oh, I can't do this. Down there. Ah! Oh, I loosened the camera. I shouldn't have done that. My happy little marshmallow. She's been really excited because we've had the window open yesterday and today. It has been so cold and hated it. But it's yesterday and today. We almost got to 60 yesterday. It was amazing. And then today it's gonna be I think in the 40s. So I had the windows open this morning, but while streaming I have it off. Yeah. Shouldery thingies. Oh. Welcome on, Kim. Okay, we're continuing. Boop, boop, boop. More. It's like really messy at first, but then once it starts to cool, it connects to itself really easily. Oh, I missed your stuff. Sorry, Caspian. I don't know if you're still on. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great rest of your work. Glad you were able to catch the stream and are feeling better. Makes sense. Okay, good. I never know if my like random Taglish it makes sense or not, because we know I'm yeah. So this is back in my face a little too much. Okay. I did have an oh shiny syndrome though the other day. I really love getting inspired for like what I want to create for cosplays with statues, like the little figurines that are like foot tall. And there was one from World of Warcraft, no, is it? I forget her name. The purple main elf girl with the bow and she's wearing like the bathing suit armor with the cape. And there was a new figure that I saw, and I fell in love with it, and I started doing my typically when I really like something, I'll sit there and I'll look through all the images, and I lose track of time, and it ends up being like 30 minutes to an hour that I've just been staring at something, analyzing it in my head of how to make it without me realizing that. So yeah, that's on my list now. But yeah. That, and I've already had a lot of requests. I've had a lot of Blizzard stuff lately for people wanting me to make things and me wanting to make things, and I just don't have time. but the new mythic Mercy skin with the more angel-like wings, really pretty. Especially her blue one, because then I wouldn't have to color my hair. It's pretty much the same hairstyle, which would be great. And then the other one that I had kind of an oh shininess of like it might be fun to make just for shits and giggles is there's a new Overwatch character that I don't know his name, but it's a cat. And he's basically on like a drone thing, and I was very much like, that looks like Nami, the other kitty. And I kind of was like, I could make that and put her on top of it and put it on top of the Roomba and make it go around the house and stuff, and it'd be really cute as just a fun little thing. You know, when I have free time. More negative space here. I've been adding them really close together. But yeah, I didn't ask, did anybody have any new updates since, I guess, December? Any new cosplays or conventions you're going to or anything? Any news? We like news. Pushing the connecting parts into the main form first, and then I do the sides to make sure that they have a nice connection and isn't just like floating there. It does feel very much similar to when I made Lilith's horns, the same type of structure. The only thing is I'm not having it where they meet, unlike Lilith where it would have been like connect all in the same spot. This one's kind of, I'm trying to have it more like muscly parts coming together. I don't remember what that thing's called. Might I go to Amazing Art Expo later this month? Is it a art convention or is it like cosplay or all over? Different things? I haven't heard of that one. I have no conventions besides BlizzCon on my list this year so far. I haven't even tried to apply for conventions just because of health stuff. I figured if they reach out, that's cool, but I'm not going to go out of my way this year just because of trying to make sure I'm able to do stuff. So. get everything and it's free. Oh, that's cool. Is it a Texas one then, I guess? Probably gonna have to stand in a bit. My arm's getting tired of sitting and putting up, so meh. Either that or we might move to a different section that I'm not constantly in this angle. Yeah, it's in Austin. Oh, cool. That should be fun then. As long as there's not protesting happening there. It's having a hard time focusing on it. It seems extra blurry. Let me fix that. I do plan, so this one's actually one of my oldest cameras, and I plan on seeing if one of my other ones will work better. Because when I was changing the arm today, I didn't realize how scratched it was. Either that or just upgrade, since it's also not great. Let's see. Why did it get dark again? Maybe it's the autofocus that it's having issues with. That already looks better. Okay, we'll see if that works. Close. There we go. Yeah. Oh, so I did something for the first time also on Wednesday. One of our military friends, she was having a birthday and she wanted to do it at a Brazilian steakhouse. And oh my gosh, I have never been to one and it was amazing. So the two favorite meats that they had were the brisket, which is the best brisket I've had here in Nebraska because barbecue here is not that great compared to Texas. And then their lamb, and it wasn't the lamb on the bone, it was like big chunk of lamb. I don't know what part of it, but oh, it was so good. And the burnt skin part, it had just this wonderful flavor of seasoning and had like a slight like lime salt flavor. It was amazing. Everything just was mouth watering and so good, so good. And they had, because we know I'm not like a salady person. I like my meat. I like to eat. Yes, I did go into a food coma. And so they actually did have some gluten-free stuff in their salad. They had gluten-free bread, which was like a sugary bread. It was very weird. And then I was trying to find their stuff that didn't have dairy. I still ended up having some stuff I wasn't supposed to, which ended up giving me tummy problems. But it was still really good and still worth it. And they had smoked salmon that was really amazing, like cold smoked salmon. So it was nice to have part of the meat, like cow meat and normal meat, red meat, and then every now and then have like the cold salmon as like a little a little cleanse of the palate. And then I also had I think it's called quinoa. They're like tiny little small little seed things, and it was like a salad part, so it had cucumber and tomato in it with a lot of cilantro, and it was really nice in between the bites of also the red meat, having that. Really yummy. But yeah, it was their fried, one of their appetizer things, their fried thing that I'm pretty sure caused me problems because it had some type of ingredient in it that I'm technically not supposed to have. So, but oh well, it was yummy. Yeah. First time you went to the Brazilian steakhouse, you ate so much. Yeah. It was a big group too. We had, I think, 16 people with us. And I was just so overwhelmed of, they just all swarmed us at once and were just like, how about this meat, and this meat, and this meat? And I was just like, I don't know what you said, but meat, plate, meat, okay. So yeah. But it was so yummy, but it was expensive. Oh. Worth it though. Let's see. Just checking on some stuff. Okay. Making sure. But yeah. What are you working on, Honeyfro? Any new cosplay stuff? I'm probably gonna go back and add something in that spot. I'm not too fan of this part. It looks a little weird, but we'll see once I kind of make all the other things. Also, I want to sip a doctor. Oh, did it break? It broke. Come back. Come back. This way. There we go. It got connected on the heads. Cheers. Yeah, I'll have to remember that when going on this side. Right. Don't get connected. There we go. Then we'll see the kitty. The kitty. The beautiful kitty right over here. Sleeping in her magical little spot. I'm surprised we don't have Nami. Alright, let me mix our pots again. Make sure we're not overdoing it. You're going to a con next month and doing Yoko Kurama from Yushina and Boa Hancock? Oh, okay, cool. Was this potentially the one that was the secret one? I remember a while back ago you were saying something. I'm sorry. I had to move you. I know. Okay. Okay. We're gonna add more. Yeah. Also still working on that was, oh, okay. Cool. Well, I hope the convention is well, and I hope I hope everything worked out with it. Question mark? Question mark? Oh, you gave me more room. Thank you, Yuki. I appreciate that. Right now you're working on armor for Evil Arthur. You have a theme going on, it seems, Real. You've been really doing a lot of the, like, evil versions of things, or, like, alternate versions, and a lot of... I don't know how to explain it. You have like, a style, it seems, now. It's kind of cool to watch. There we go. A little better. Yee. Oh, that reminds me, that's one of the things I turned off, is we're no longer getting notifications for follows on Twitch and subs on YouTube, because a sub is a follow on there. Yeah. Because I didn't want to be overloaded with tons of notifications. With the multi-streaming now, so yeah. Alright. It's fun putting your own little twist on a familiar... Yeah. Are you still doing... I know like a while ago you were doing commissions for people with props. Are you still doing that now that you were working or having a job now? I think I might do like a half part. Might be interesting. That might be what fixes this, is I have it where it goes into it. Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, pretty girl. You know, you. Oh, you don't work there anymore? I'm sorry, or are we, or was it by choice, or how do we feel about that? I hope it was a good decision, or like you chose that and are happy. Looking for something that will let you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that place for December having issues with people going on vacation, since that's like their biggest month. I'm gonna check something real quick. no idea. Okay. Your choice to happy? Good. Glad you're happy about it. Well, that means you have more time to make things. Apparently your regular customers really miss me, or miss you. That's good though. Hopefully that means more income then. If you're in between jobs, you can make some stuff for them, hopefully. I like this version of the song. The jazz version of Zelda. Difficult time getting that spot. I plan to hopefully, I want to get by the end of next week all of my base forms done for everything. And then the week after to 2 weeks to do detailing. And I do plan on doing this for a long time. It's not going to be a quick build cosplay at all. And like I have a placement already for like this spot is where I already figured out where I'm going to put the wing. So I'll have like a wing harness underneath this. And now that I have the scan of myself, I'll be able to, sorry. See if I'll fix it. There we go. I'll be able to now make harnesses that are like custom to my body shape. So I'll have absolutely like no issues with it, rather than just like a flat board to sit on your back kind of thing. So I'm excited about that, especially because this one's like a waist piece, but the plan is to kind of engineer it where it will be, I'll have a waist corset to have the 3 printed wing attachments here, and then I'll have it where they're probably going to stick out about that far, so it'll end up being where I put this on and then I have to put the silicone around it, like when putting the whole suit on. And then it'll have interlocking key spots to put the wings to come out. So it's kind of the plan that I'm going for. And then I'm gonna do PVC and EVA foam for the wings as the actual fabrication parts. Just because I need them to be really lightweight, and they are like awkward because they're not coming out of the shoulders, so it's a little more, it's weird. And I've already had I have the whole blueprint done and scaled for me. It's It's gonna be a lot. But we know I really like wings, so yeah. What filament? I use PETG. That one is the best for structural that I've found. For general just usage, PLA is okay, but it's not something that I like to work with too much. Yeah, how are you liking your printers and stuff now that you have it? I know you've been printing some stuff, but are you designing them yourself or just getting files online so far? Check one thing. Oh, you keep it. You good girl. Okay, we're good. Love your printer? Yee. They definitely can be very useful. Okay, stir the pot again. Washa washa. So then some things, but I get most of the... Okay. Just curious. Goop. Definitely need to space out more again. I feel like I'm adding things too close. I'm liking in the front more where I had it kind of spaced out. And now I feel like I'm kind of filling holes too much. I'll have to do a little bit on the underside too, because I don't want the floating ribs to just be like there. I want a little bit more attachment to them. It took a long time to figure out how I was gonna do these parts. I tried a couple of different spots with like carving mount, and I wasn't too happy with it. But I'm kind of liking this more. This isn't like the final details. I'm just kind of still adding stuff so it's there. Sorry, I hit the camera. We are working on my latest cosplay, which is Sarah Kerrigan from Starcraft. And right now I am using monster clay and sculpting part of the rib cage thingy, I guess. So yeah. Mostly simple shapes. E. I'm definitely enjoying this though. It's been a long time since I've sculpted things. It's been since I was an undergrad and like, ooh. 2011, 2012? It's been a long time when I took ceramics. And we didn't use monster clay, but we used normal clay. I was really good at it. And all of the professors kept trying to get me to switch my major. But unlike monster clay, the just normal ceramic clay, I hated the feel of it so much. And it was just awful. Where the monster clay, it's nice because it's kind of very waxy, so it comes off of the hands and it just feels really nice to the touch. So I've really enjoyed sculpting. Love when real artists are invested in their craft. Yeah, we don't do AI here. I make all my cosplays from scratch and everything, so. Keep getting distracted by the Twitch chat of I keep getting like notifications on it for like pop-ups of things. And it has me all confused because I'm not used to it anymore. But I will say this is a good test stream for both for me. And I'm glad I didn't do my normal stream with the phones for Instagram and TikTok, so that way I could kind of get used to the setup before we switch over to those. Definitely has helped me know what I want to change. I like that it shows me, but I wish it still showed, at least for this camera, I wish that it showed kind of what I was working on. Like, I'd have to be pretty much here for it to show, at least on the Twitch one. So I want to change around with that, see if I can maybe zoom out a little, I don't know. Something. We'll see if I can fix it. Wizard. Oh yeah, I meant to ask. You randomly surprised me when you said when you were in California, because I swear you had said you were going to Florida for Christmas, and then all of a sudden it was like now you're showing pictures of California, and it was like wait, I was confused, but then it made sense with the office party thing. So I'm sure it's very busy there right now though for you with the midnight release. Y'all have got so much hype on it. It's probably the most hyped up event I have seen. Yeah. Fleur Business came back to work for 2 weeks, flew to California for the party, avoided the ice storm. I thought it was like all in the same one. I will say though, with sculpting, I have enjoyed doing this a lot more at night than during the day. So maybe I'll kind of change up when I stream for doing this. Because it does feel a little more weird of doing it during the day. But we'll see. I've typically been, so I've done this over the last, I think this is my 4th day working on this, on all the parts. And, which I say for 4 days for doing basically, let's see, can I show more of it? For basically doing everything. The whole front and back of this, part of the arm, and then the foot. Pretty good for getting base shapes and only working on it. Like, I didn't do full days. I've worked on it probably, the first day I did it the longest. I probably started putting clay just on top took a long time and figuring out how to work with the monster clay. But it probably took me about 8 hours the first day, and then I only worked on it the second day for like 2 hours, and then oh, I loosened the camera, sorry. And then yesterday, maybe for another like 3 or 4 days? But yeah. It's fun though. I think you talked about it before. Clearly you have experience sculpting. What was the last time that you did so much? Oh, with clay it was in college. My undergrad in like 2012, 2013 for a summer course. But I didn't do sculpting like this. It was just like we did a bunch of ceramic pots and we did, we had to mimic some things. I made corsets. Clay corsets and stuff. That was a lot of fun. But in terms of this, I have not. I mean, I've done the monster clay and all. So, how do you walk in the giant heels? So, this is the lovely foot so far. It's very awkward because the design, the foot, like the toes are supposed to be all the way down to here, but I didn't want to have like claws coming down. But yeah, it's a high heel in it. It'll be less hard to walk in than my Seth heels from Trinity Blood. Let me get the shoe. I have one that's not covered. Nope. Oh, camera. How do we do this? Okay, I'm gonna do it in this one. No. It works on YouTube, but for Twitch it's having, there we go. there we go. That's the shoe. So, a nice stiletto. You know me, I'm a short people. I gotta have some height, especially with wings. So it's, yeah. Was sculpting part of jewelry? No. Like, not really. I mean, when I did metalsmithing, you didn't necessarily sculpt. Not traditional methods of sculpting. I made sculptures, wearable corsets out of metal, and I did castings of parts and things, but I didn't do this type of sculpting. But it's something that I've always been interested in because I've always loved fall immediately either. Yeah. I've had a lot of practice now walking in heels at this point. Castings were what I was thinking. Yeah, like there is the lost wax technique with casting with metals, but typically if you're doing that, you're only working with like a tiny little piece and you're using your little drills and things, and you're not, for jewelry wise, at least at James Avery, we weren't doing large pieces at all. And for industry reasons, most companies now for jewelry don't actually do a lot of stuff at the bench. It's mostly all CAD now, so they do it in Rhino, which is the 3D modeling program I have that I don't recommend for anybody because it's so expensive. But basically like, you know, Blender or ZBrush or stuff like that. So it's a little different. But yeah, I'm really loving this. And I have always wanted to get into FX makeup, face off, doing prosthetics, doing all of that, but it has been too expensive for me to justify for doing small parts. And if I'm going to learn a new technique, I'm going to learn a new technique and I'm going to go all in. So this is a whole, I want to learn to do this whole process, which is why I'm doing a full silicone bodysuit, which is a little ambitious for my first time doing it, but I'm pretty sure I've already got it figured out. I've already had all my list of everything and all the tools. I do plan on, so one of the reasons for doing this way and not doing a casting of this, where I'm going to do the 3D scan, is because of the temperature. And doing a lot of shell molds for this, I would not be able to do it here. The weather is just not correct. Even doing it in my basement, I wouldn't be able to have the temperatures correct. So at least for doing that whole part. Silicone part, I can. So the plan is to basically scan all this and then I make the shell that I'll 3D print and I'll hollow out with what I've scanned on the inside, and then I can put the silicone inside of my 3D printed mold and fuse everything together and yeah. So I will learn more technically on this as I go, but I'm not, we know my words are terrible in general. I can't speak, we know this. But hopefully the more I get into this, I'll kind of figure out the correct terminology for everything and be able to kind of explain it better, hopefully. And I am gonna do, I don't know if I'll do individual parts of a tutorial for this, but I would like to do at the very end, because it's a personal build, it's not a community build. I don't expect really anybody to really follow my methods of doing this. I don't know how many people are actually gonna even want to cosplay her, which I mean, this is a personal build, so it's not a community build. I'm not expecting to make money off of things with this, so but doing a full construction build kind of here and there is the goal, I think. So yeah. Nothing like taking on a new cosplay to learn. I mean, that's how I've always done it though, is every one of my cosplay builds, pretty much, I wanted to learn a new technique. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But yeah, I will say I've watched so many hours and days of tutorials and shows and research. I'll say one of the most helpful ones was digging through a lot of Lightning Cosplay's old videos, because she does go into more explanation of doing things. And I didn't look at just cosplayers, I looked at in general industry stuff. There's a lot of doing this process is a lot of behind closed doors and industry work that you have to pay for classes, is what I was kind of figuring out. I'm gonna look at my reference image real quick. By the way, I have tons of... Oh, my camera broke. Camera, come down. Come down. Come down. Wish come down. I have tons and tons of reference images on the floor that are all printed this size. Oh, it's going up there. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, so that's something to note. It doesn't like show and tell when I cover my face. So let's see if I don't hide my face. So that's like the back. So yeah. But I wanted to see, it's kind of just like a bunch of randomness. It definitely doesn't look as good on the back with these parts. So I'll probably have to go in and add some other stuff. I don't know. Just like so. Yeah, it's... I like that it follows me around, but I'm still getting used to it, obviously, since this is the first time. It does have hand motion controls, but I have it off just because it has more of where if you do like that or pinch and it goes in or out. But I have it off just because I talk with my hands a lot and I figured that would cause problems. But maybe I might try it on a different stream or do some testing. I do like that it follows me though. Just... because I always, if I lean back in the chair, I would, if it was in the same position, my face wouldn't be in it. So it's cool to see. But I do wish it would, I want to change maybe the placement. See if I can zoom it out a little, because it seems a little close, at least on the Twitch end. I would like it to show more of, a little bit zoom out more. Maybe. Like if I was... maybe like that, but obviously I'm leaning back, so yeah. I don't know. At least that's my personal. I don't know what y'all feel on it. If you like how it is, or you think changing it. Who's more stubborn, Yuki or the... Oh. Yuki. Yuki is still definitely more stubborn. Yeah. She's the spoiled little stubborn princess. Especially when it comes to her wanting the window open. I don't like that one. Take out a little too hard. But yeah, in terms of what y'all have seen on this stream so far, do we like, for at least the YouTube people, cause, or I guess the Twitch people, a lot of y'all are from YouTube as well. But do y'all like the changes? Is there anything y'all would like to see differently, or maybe add anything to help improve your experience here in the crafting universe? Because I still just like streaming for fun, and I like being able to talk to the community, talk to all of y'all, because I consider a lot of y'all really good friends, and just like to see kind of what everybody is up to and share what I'm working on, rather than just the quick little 1-minute videos, because those are kind of, they're good, but I feel like they don't actually really show you what I'm doing because it's so sped up. I don't know. Vertical is going to take some getting used to, but so far so good. So with the vertical reel, it is, took a second to get to, yeah. So, it shouldn't always be vertical for YouTube. It's only vertical today because of multi-streaming on their free version for Streamlabs, which I do plan on getting their paid version. I was just testing it today. You can only stream on 2 platforms, but they have to be, one is vertical, one is horizontal. So that's why YouTube had to go to this. But I do plan on it having both options, I think. And I don't know, I want to look at the stats specifically on YouTube, because this is a new feature for them. Well, relatively new. I think it's been a few months now, but it's one that I want to see if it technically pushes the video more, and like what it classifies it as. Is it going to be a long short now, or is it just a normal video? I don't really know, since we're coming on what, 2 hours, I think? I don't know. I don't remember where my thing is. But yeah, plan will be... Yosho, welcome on! It's been a while! But yeah, plan is, so you'll have horizontal... Chazbot 3 is new though. You will have horizontal for both TikTok and YouTube, and then you'll have vertical, hopefully, through here. It'll look, so with the YouTube view, this should be what Instagram and TikTok will look like going forward, rather than on my phone. So I shouldn't be using my phone anymore to stream, which will be really nice. And hopefully I will be able to see the chat on all platforms, but not 100% sure yet. The main chat though will be YouTube and Twitch. That's what we're aiming for. And to not have so many cameras, because beforehand I would have this camera, I'd have this phone, and this phone, as well as this chat, and this chat, and this one, and it was... I've been dealing with it. It's worked. But it would be nice to actually have, like, be able to see everything. I know, it's a lot of cameras. And I still have more that are, like, there's that camera, and there's that camera. Oh, and then also the camera for filming things, for doing tutorials. Because that was the other thing, so... Yuki is sniffing the shoe right now. She's huffing and a puffing. So yeah, hopefully this will, even though it'll take some getting used to, hopefully this will be better for me and for y'all in the long run. I doubt it will have it where the chat will be combined for y'all though. It'd be really cool if it was. But I don't think y'all will get a combined chat. So I'll just try to, when somebody says something, I'll try to read it out more if it's specifically talking about, like when we were bringing up animes. I'll try to actually say them a little bit more and y'all can hear me butcher it really bad. Cause yeah. I think it's about 2 hours over. Yeah. Makes sense. How have you been, Yosho? It has been a while. We are currently working on a new cosplay, which is Sarah Kerrigan from Starcraft. Lots of sculpting. Sculpt, 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 sculpt. Yuki. She's getting in her destructive phase. Where she's like, I was sleeping and now I want to do stuff. Yuki. Hey. Hey. Can you not? Psst. Ah. Ah. Yuki butt. Adam, welcome on. I know, look who's back. Okay, just working your life away. I've been horribly addicted to MTG, still playing Genshin, which I'm shocked. Wow, I have not touched Genshin in a long time now. It got to the point where it took up way too much room on my computer and I couldn't have more games. It was either Genshin or nothing else. So I was like, bye Genshin. Hey, princess. Princess? Oh. The camera decided there was other people in the room. I'm really surprised Nami has not come in here this entire time though. She normally is, and normally they would be doing a battle by now. They've been really like hardcore battling each other lately. Especially for Snuggles. Yuki and Nami get really jealous on like who I'm holding. So I have to make sure to go back and forth all the time so they don't get too like upset. Oh, we're slowly getting there. It's a lot. It's a lot. To look at Yuki on it. Oh. One of the things, Crimson, is I don't know if you saw it. Let's see. I don't. Will it go? Okay. It didn't connect it. So it typically will, all of the heads, it sometimes will connect to those now. But it's working out. In terms of Starcraft, so I have not actually played any of the games. I do plan on learning more about it though as I make this. I just really love the character. and I've got obsessed with like all the images. And thank you, Wizard, for the images too. I do actually. Let's see. Oh, I almost fell. This one has been the most helpful for me because your picture of there we go. No. There. The side image of her with her arm, I didn't have an actual like good reference of all of the spikes, and then it really showed me the rib cage. So that one worked out the best. And then let's see. Other ones. I think that was the main one I used. I have all of them in a folder, so. Hunted all over campus. Yeah, that was all of the photos that are references that I have. I have two. I have a front and a back model image that somebody took of her from, I don't know, it was a statue, not the actual statue. I don't know. So I've been using that because it's the nicest, cleanest looking one, but all of the other ones pretty much look like this, which looks good from a distance, but then yeah, very, very beautiful. Very. So it's been a lot of interpretation. You have a bust with her wings? Did you share that one? Pixel perfect. Oh. I love the original, but strategy games are kind of your thing. Okay. Yeah, please, I would love to, if y'all can tell me lore and everything about it, I would love to hear more. Because it is definitely something I'm interested in. I know Wizard had to educate me about. I had people tell me, and they were confused by the story of people that have actually played it. And I know her, Sarah Kerrigan, and then her sister. I don't remember her name. So I was originally confusing them, and the other people were too, and yeah. Minecraft Kerrigan Cosplay. Yes! Perfect! Nova, okay. I thought they were. I don't know. I've been told so many different things of like, I'm just so confused on a lot of the story. So at one point, we will have to deep dive, but in general, we know I like to cosplay characters a lot of basically designs and stuff. I typically don't cosplay characters that I don't play the game or the anime or whatever. There's a few that I don't, but like community builds sometimes I will, but this one I really... The Nami came... Oh, I didn't even notice! Let's see, if I go this way more, you can see her making biscuits. Let's... Camera. Go this way, camera. It showed... There we go. On YouTube, it's really good. On Twitch, it's having problems with showing. She's making biscuits. No. They're both Ghost Elite troops. Okay. Gotcha. So, how did she end up in this form? Because I know this isn't the original. Or, oh, okay, that you're right on it. Okay, Kerrigan was originally human, but she was abandoned on a planet that was being overrun by the Zerg. Or Zorg. Yeah. So did that planet, like, mutate her then, or how did this happen? really like this part. This one turned out really nice. So I think we're gonna kind of try to follow this for some of these back parts. Oh. Chessbot. Does that link even work? Check it out. I'm gonna click a link real quick and see if it works. Maybe? Oh, it logged into an account. Okay. Huh. The Zerg transformed her into the current form. Okay, thank you. Yes. I have to go see the biscuit maker real quick. She, Yummy. Hi. You got stuff all over you. Yeah. Yummy. I love you. Hey, you. Yeah, good girl. She's so good. She just comes in and just starts making biscuits sideways. Like, she doesn't do a normal cat where she sits up. She, like, lays on her side and just does that. It's really funny. Okay. Let's see. We'll do a few more here. And then this one will fill in here. This is still a weird spot, though. I don't know. We're getting there, though. Hopefully it's starting to kind of look like her. Ish. Stir the soup. The lovely soup down here. That's the most I can show. It definitely looks like a chocolate, though. So this will be a whole silicone suit? Yes. That is the plan. So it'll be segmented into different pieces, and I do plan on probably doing a fabric suit that it'll attach to, specifically so I can have a spot in the crotch so I can go to the bathroom and not have to take the whole entire thing off. That's the goal. Hi, Gaming Father, welcome on. And so the plan will be having okay, wait. Okay, so here's the spine piece. Obviously it'll be mirrored to the other side, but the plan will be this part. It'll probably come down to like here-ish somewhere. But that's going to be attached with magnets, so I'll have embedded on it to kind of have it where it lays, something like that. But underneath, for the main part, I'll have a zipper that I'll sew to it. And then this is the hole right here, which is covered by the image. So that's going to be the spot that the wings are going to come out of. And I plan on doing a corset underneath to hold it, and so I have it designed in my head, but basically the 3D printed part, because I have this model of my body, I can model it so it actually fits with the curve of my back, so I'll have the best support and it won't go into me if like a flat board would. That tends to have, if it was flat, you'll have 2 pressure points on the top and the bottom. So by doing that, it'll fit better, and having the corset specifically because of the endo surgery and everything, should provide a lot more support. And then that piece will then have it where it is an attachment in the front. Haven't decided yet if it'll be a lace-up. Most likely I'll do that just so I can control, depending on the day, how tight it'll be. But then the lightweight wings. But yeah, everything else will be like the silicone. I'm not 100% sure if the top part will be connected to the bottom. I may possibly do it where she has predominant cheeks in the design, and with the design you can see how I have this curve right here. I might have it where it is a pant-like silicone that sits up to here, and then this one kind of is more of like a leotard that sits over it. So I don't know if it will be a solid one suit or if it will be a bunch of pieces together. I have to kind of see how the sculpting goes and how I kind of figure that out. Yeah. Maybe that made sense, hopefully. Right now, like, I have all of this theories in my head of this is how it should be, and then I have backups to that, but this is kind of the plan, and it will be... Oh, lost track of mine. What was I saying? I don't remember where I was going with that. Sorry. I'll come back to it, yeah. Still been lurking since... I thought I saw you at the beginning, but wasn't sure. Glad to have you here, though. Yeah. Hopefully you're liking the Twitch stream again. Discord for all of the mini... Yes. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I'll look at that. Yeah, I've searched the internet and I've tried to find as many good reference images. I do have some really good ones of the cheeks, the bum. Color-wise, because the internet really likes to take pictures of that. So, I've got a few. But yeah, the wings, I have the blueprint I've made of it, and, but none of them are like full on, like, I don't have very good shots. A lot of them, like, even of the life-size statue, those are very hard to see the wings, so I don't have a lot of details of them. You have ideas for how you want to be and backup ideas of that doesn't... Yes. Yep. I do that for pretty much every cosplay I ever make. I have, whether I'm aware of it or not, I have plans A through like at least D. So I kind of always have a general idea of if this isn't working, I'll move to this. It's very rare for me to just be totally stumped. The one cosplay I was totally stumped on, though, was the stupid ribbon for Ange Woman. Oh my gosh. Stupid ribbon. I hated that thing so much. Like, out of everything, even Lilith. Lilith was 10 times easier than making the stupid ribbon. Still frustrates me, obviously. So, the list that she had is like a dark bronze color, so not sure for the color, but shapes are there included. Yeah, I'm good at like the color palette. I understand that for the whole thing. It's certain shapes are like, a lot of that was for me to figure out this exact kind of the white part in meat. The marbling, I don't know what it's called. It took me a long time to kind of figure out how I was going to get this texture, because I started doing one way and I hated it, so yeah. So you don't like the ribbon. The ribbon is okay now. For the final, I never plan on wearing that again. I'm gonna say that, unless I get hired by Digimon to go to one of their things, I do not plan on wearing that ever again. Wearing it out of the house, nope. That was a community build specifically because y'all wanted it. And when I did my poll last year of what I should make next, and that one was on the list, I was not planning on making it for another 2 years. But there was so many requests. There was, out of every single cosplay that was on that list, like, I know y'all got to see the percentages, but in terms of votes, it had quite a bit of votes, like, above everything. Hi, Yuki. So it was one of those where it's like, I think I should make that now. So yeah, that's why I did it. But yeah, that ribbon, I think I made it 3 times. The ideas that I had for making it should have worked. But it just didn't. They should have though. And it's still just, I don't know what I was thinking for half of it. So it's done. I'm not going to. Yeah, stupid ribbon. Don't like the ribbon. No. Second to Voltron. Do sadly have to get to work though. Glad to see you back on Twitch and back in all. Hope you see more of soon. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're actually in case you didn't know, we're multi-streaming right now. So we are on YouTube at the same time. So this was our first test stream here, and then the plan is to start multi-streaming on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So big things, hopefully. If there was any changes that you would like or you think that can be improved on, let me know in Discord, in our admin section. So yeah, but have a good day at work. I know we all want the Voltron. At this point, I think it's like, it has to be just because of Caspian. It is, I blame him. It is his fault. It is a meme now. I'll have to one day do it, I guess, and I'll do like a Tiffany Gordon cosplay version of it, like color palette, and maybe we'll just do it for a cat. I don't know. Sounds, okay, looks good so far. Okay, thank you. Do it in secret and drop it on your own. I don't know anything about Voltron, though. At all. I haven't even looked up any images. Like, I know it's like a Gundam. I know about Gundam, but I don't know anything on Voltron at all. I mean, for all I know, I might have watched Voltron, but it's big cats. I thought they were robots. Am I like totally lost on what they are? Would you consider making another Gundam cosplay? I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it the same as my, the first Gundam. Like, I think I really like doing a female version, rather than just an actual Gundam. I just liked how it looked a lot more. And I know because of my body size, like, it looks awkward when I try to do big armory things or whatever. But, I don't know, maybe. I was really tempted on the Mercy Gundam, but then it looked so much like mine, just a Mercy version. So it was kind of like, am I just remaking it then? I don't know. The Overwatch Mercy version, sorry. Teenagers transported from Earth become pilots for robotic lions to fight in an intergalactic war. The Pauldrons of Voltron must learn to work as a team to assemble the robot Voltron and use its power to conquer the Galara Empire? Sure. Maybe I've seen, like, I think I've seen the little figurines from, like, cousins playing with it as a kid. But I don't know offhand. It's like a mix of Gundam and Power Rangers. They are robot cats that come together to make... Okay. Doesn't Gundam also have one that comes all together? Two versions, one is a planet. Please? I don't know. I was so confused by it. I mean, I do like cats though, so I don't know. I feel like if I made one, it would have to transform. Somebody put later on for me, or like a reminder. I'll actually look at images of it and see. But it wouldn't be anytime soon if I did plan to make it. Oh, question for people on YouTube, because I know y'all are watching in vertical. So I guess mainly Real and Honeyfro. Are y'all watching on PC or are you watching on your phone? Just curious, because it is in, I guess, phone format more. You're on your phone? Okay. Phone. Okay. Okay, thank you. Watching while you're working. Ah! Yeah, it just helps me kind of figure things out more of like the formatting of it and all. I don't know if TikTok or if Instagram even gives the option for the live, if you can rotate or if it's only vertical. I'm curious. Oh, sorry, I left this up. Let me zoom. Don't look at the cheeks. There was no cheeks there. There's no cheeky cheeks. Hi, pretty girl. Yes, you want attention. She really wants attention. Let me finish this up. She's doing her pretty girl sit where she looks at you and she wants you to follow. And if you go near her, she'll run away, but then she won't let you touch her, but she'll come back in like a minute later and be like, come on. She wants the W from the sink. Without saying the word. Well, it's safe to say next week when I come back and stream, I will be continuing sculpting. So hopefully y'all liked watching a sculpting stream. It's technically a lot easier to do than working with foam and cutting things, I guess. But I feel like it's a little harder to show. I don't know. Get wings from the sink. How did you know? That's why I have so many, you know, you just go turn on the faucet and then whoop, a set of wings. Oh, now she's begging in the other room. I can hear her. It's strange on Twitch, the lighting makes it look like a painted image. Oh, okay. When you take your hand away, it looks like we're seeing a digital painting. I guess that's a good thing, though. If only it was that easy, yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like a paintbrush, though. But I will, that's one thing I want to try to figure out. So this is, I just really quickly, this is very, okay. I just really quickly put the camera over here. I don't like it on this side, but I wanted y'all to be able to see, because obviously y'all cannot see anything from this angle. Lighting is good for me, but maybe I'll try to have another light here to help show next time. If I'm still working on this part and not something like that's on the ground more, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird looking, so. I have noticed from looking, because I can see both views, and it shows on my Streamlabs OBS both views, but the coloring for Twitch and for Instagram is different for some reason. I don't know why. Like, you can't change, if you change the coloring for the camera, it's the same on both sides. But for some reason the output is different. So I don't quite know, unless it's compressing or if there's less color range on one for being vertical. I'm not sure. Keep people in the painting illusion and wow them when it turns out, yeah. We are in the art section though. I did look that up though, because I was like, I know beforehand I used to do the makers and creators. That section looks dead. When I looked last night, it was like, I think less than 600 people were on and watching or whatever. In the art section, it was like 16,000. Like, not that I'm trying to have tons of views, but I figured, you know, at least try to show to a bit of the audience if I'm coming over to Twitch at this point. So that was kind of the goal on that. I do miss when they had, back in the old days, when it was all under one category, rather than splitting it up into so many different ones. Back in the good old days, when I first started streaming in the sweet age of 20. Definitely shapes in here I'm gonna have to fix, but I think we at least got some good line work in. You can understand how fast I'm working on this project now. It's so fast. No. But I am enjoying it for now. So that is good. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna stop there for today. That is pretty good amount of work for filling in those spots. So for those that didn't see it, we did the rib cage, adding those little textural pieces. I think I started from here We did all of that. So slowly making our way around. There's definitely a tons more details, but that's a good starting point for having parts. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the pot off now. And I'm gonna switch over to this camera. I'll start. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. I'm just cleaning this up real quick. I think our little, it was an official stream, but for me it was a test stream for coming back to Twitch, doing our first multi-stream officially on Twitch and YouTube. Was a little bit for me to get used to, but I think it was a success. Definitely a few changes that I'm gonna do for the next stream next week. Hopefully I will get Streamlabs Ultra by then and that all figured out. So next week will also be a kind of test stream, I guess, since I'll be adding 2 more platforms, Instagram and TikTok. They'll both be in the vertical position, and then YouTube should be going back to horizontal, but I think I'll have it where it has the option of vertical as well. So we'll see. I'll just see how my computer handles too, because it's been having a little bit of problems, and the parts that I need to change out are a little bit jacked up right now in price. So I'll kind of have to play that out. But yeah, hopefully that'll fix things. If y'all did have any suggestions, go over to the Discord to just put something in for updating. I do have a list going on, but I think it was a pretty successful stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, would love to have you as part of the community. So that's my saying on YouTube. Like the channel, subscribe on YouTube. If you want to support, become a member on Twitch. Follow, and if you'd like to support, subscribe. I think that's it. Okay, so that's one thing to note. So the end. I gotta do it on this side. Thank you, wizard. Ah. And did it go? Did I type it wrong? No, I didn't. Is it gonna go? There we go. Okay. Hey. There we go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for your support for all of those. I don't remember names. I didn't write them down. I'm not sure if I will be writing them down, but I will definitely be putting them. For those that did, I'll be putting them in here. So yeah, much luck, guys. Yee. Oh, also, I know the credits are going to be messed up. I have no idea if it's going to include Twitch at all, or if YouTube's still going to work. So, the temporarily credits. Yeah. Bye-bye. Button.